Hi, mathematicians. Today you're going to learn two vocabulary words. These words are numerator, which is right here, and denominator, which is right here. Now, what do those words mean? Well, those words are fraction words. They help us describe a fraction. So the numerator is the number that is on top of the fraction, so the top number. And the numerator is the number that is either shaded in on a shape or the number that is being counted. So in this case, if you look here, here's my example. One piece of the shape is shaded in. So I know that the 1 goes on top of my fraction. That's the numerator. Now let's look at denominator. Denominator is the bottom of a fraction, the number that goes on the bottom. The denominator is the total number of equal parts that represent the whole. So what does that mean? Well, how many equal parts are there in the whole shape? Well, here's one part, here's two parts, and here's three parts. So there's 3 equal pieces, and that's where that 3 comes from in the fraction, right here. You can also say a fraction in words. So this fraction right here that we just made is 1/3. So you can write that out in words and put 1/3. I noticed some of you do words on your work from yesterday rather than numbers, and it was correct. Either one is the right way to describe the fraction. Now, if the assignment says specifically to use numbers, then you would want to use this one. But if it doesn't ask for specifics, sure, go ahead and write 1/3 out like that. Okay, let's look at some examples before you guys go off on your own to do these. So, they gave us an example right there. They're telling me on number 1 that this shape right here, that's the whole shape. Okay, so now I have to look at how many shaded parts are there? Well, there's one piece that's shaded in, right? So I know that my 1 will go on top for the numerator, number of pieces, equal pieces shaded in. And then the denominator, let's see what the denominator was again. The total number of equal parts that represent the whole. Okay, so I'm just going to count how many parts there are, or how many pieces there are. 1, 2. So that 2 goes in my denominator. And if I wanted to write it out in words, I would say 1/2. 1/2. Or it looks like you can also put 1/2 like that. That would be acceptable. We are going to skip number 2. Let's look at number 3 right here. First, let's find out what the numerator is. Remember, the numerator is the top of your fraction, or how many pieces, equal parts are shaded in. So let's count that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal parts that are shaded. So 5 is going to go in the numerator, and the denominator, or the bottom of the fraction, is how many total parts there are. So let's erase what I already put. And let's count how many total parts there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I put a 6 on the bottom. And that is the same thing as writing it out like this. 5 sixths, or 5 sixths. Okay, so you guys are going to try this on this page here, and it kind of talks it out with you on this first one. So it says how many eighths are shaded. Well, you just say how many are shaded in there. We can all see that there's 1, so put that 1 there. And then how many are there in all? So you would just count how many total equal parts there are. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And then you just take those 2 numbers and you put them in your fraction. 1/8, because there's 1 out of 8 total shaded in. Okay, so I want you to do all these problems here, and I want you to do this last one. Don't forget that one, please. And then you are going to play a game on Connect Ed on the next page. Have fun.